Marriage in ancient Rome, a glimpse into the past. Marriage in ancient Rome was a significant institution that played a crucial role in the social fabric of Roman society. It was not just a union between two individuals but held great importance in terms of family, politics, and the continuation of the Roman lineage. In this informative piece, we will explore the customs, rituals, and legal aspects surrounding marriage in ancient Rome. Marriage in ancient Rome was a strictly regulated affair. Roman society emphasized the institution of marriage as a means to preserve social order and strengthen family ties. It was seen as a duty to the state, and therefore, the choice of a suitable partner was not solely based on romantic inclinations but also on practical considerations. In ancient Rome, marriage was primarily a legal contract. The betrothal, known as sponsalia, was the initial stage of the marriage process. It involved an agreement between the families of the bride and groom, often arranged by their parents or guardians. Once the betrothal took place, it was legally binding, and breaking the engagement carried severe consequences. The actual marriage ceremony, known as nuptiae, was a public affair that involved various rituals and traditions. The bride, adorned in a white dress and veil, was escorted to the